Hey there, I'm Christina Johnson, transformational nutrition coach and owner of Christina Johnson Wellness. And I wanted to share this video with you, and it's perfect for you if you feel like you've gotten a little off track with your health goals over maybe the past few weeks or the past few months, or if you feel like you just haven't quite reached any of the goals that you set out to do way back at the beginning of the year. I feel like every January we come around and we have all these goals and resolutions and things that we want to accomplish in the year. But by this point in the year, things can kind of fizzle out a little bit and we might not be quite where we wanted to be. And what I find personally and with my clients then is that during the last couple months of the year, it gets so busy and hectic that we just kind of say, forget it. I'll worry about those goals when January comes around. But then we're in a worse place than we were when we began with. So I realize, and the reason why I'm bringing up this topic is because for me, I know that I've struggled a little bit the past couple of months. So back in January, I did set some goals and things that I wanted to accomplish related to my health and my marriage and having better work-life balance. And I did really, really well with all those areas, I would say, for about the first 6 months of the year. But then over the summer, things just kind of started to unravel a little bit. We were traveling and just busier than normal. I had a really busy work season, so I was just working long hours. And so now I've gotten to the place where there's several things I'm just not happy with. I'm not where I want to be. And so I'd love to hear from you. Am I the only one who feels this way right now, that we're not quite where we want to be at this point in the year? Let me know in the comments. Are you doing great with your goals, or have you gotten a little off track? I'm guessing I'm probably not the only one. So what I had to remind myself of is that it's just the beginning of October. We still have 90-ish more days in this year. And now is honestly the perfect time to really get some healthy habits and routines in place, because you can do them now and get them established. And then when the busyness of the holiday season comes around, it'll be easier just to maintain. And by continuing to make progress towards our goals, when January rolls around, I will be able to confidently say, I'm in a better place now than I was a year ago. And that's what my intention is, to finish the year strong and to really move myself forward in these last 90 days. So what I wanted to share with you today is just a quick, maybe 10-minute activity that I did myself just a couple days ago, and that you can do too. And this will help you get clear on what your top priorities are, and then just make a couple really simple action items or areas of priority that you can focus on these next 90 days, so that you too can wake up in January and feel really good knowing that you've made progress, that you're further along, that you've hit some of those goals that you wanted to. So if you can think of somebody that this would be helpful for, that also wants to work on some goals, whether it's health related or in regards to relationships or finances or anything, please hit the share button and we'll get this message out to more people. Okay, so here's the activity. It is super simple, not complicated at all. If you have a piece of paper handy, you might want to jot this down right now. Otherwise, if you're on my email list, I will email out just a quick recap of this video to everyone on my email list, either later today or tomorrow morning. So if you're not on my email list and would like to, just send me a message with your email and I'll get you added. But here's what you do, is you want to look at the different areas of your life. And so on a piece of paper, you can just jot down these different categories. In the health life coaching world, this is kind of referred to as a wheel of life, but I've modified it a little just to make it easier to share over video primarily. So here's some different categories that you'll want to write down. And they may vary a little bit from person to person, but I think for most of us, these are the major categories of our life. So we have health and fitness. So that's one category. A second one is spirituality. A third one would be friends and family. A fourth one might be marriage, if you are married, and maybe that could fit into the friends and family one. What is that for so far? Number 5 would be fun and play and joy. So just that fun aspect of your life. Number 6 would be the home environment. So that's, how you feel in your home, if it feels calm and peaceful and organized and beautiful. The next one would be finances. And then creativity, whether or not you're using your creative gifts in that side of your brain. And then self-care. So are you doing things that really nourish yourself and fill up your cup, or not? So those are the different categories. So all you have to do on a piece of paper is just jot down each of those categories. And then you rate yourself. So next to each category, just rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 as to what your level of satisfaction is in that area of your life. 10 would be, I am super satisfied. Things are amazing. I don't want to change a thing. And a 1 would be, it's falling apart. It's being neglected. I'm not happy at all. So for example, with the first one, health and fitness, you would just rate, like, how satisfied are you with your level of health and fitness right now? So on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest. So you'll go through and just rate yourself in each of these different categories. Then after you've rated all these different categories of your life, then you'll decide and look at which ones are the lowest. So which ones are you the least satisfied with? And for me, I know it might be a little surprising, but to be honest, the area that I am least satisfied with in my life right now is health and fitness, which I know is completely ironic given that I'm a health coach. But what I've realized is that over the last couple of months that I've been so busy with other things, it hasn't been my top priority. And I have high levels of expectations in that area of my life. It's an area of my life that's important. And so it's one that I can easily be dissatisfied with if it's not staying a top priority. But other things like, the category of, let's say, self-care, for example, I feel like that's something that, I do enough things that make me happy and feel good that I'm pretty content with that area of my life. So after you look at all those different categories of your life that we went through and rated each one on a scale of 1 to 10, you choose 1 or 2 areas that are the lowest, and those are the areas that you want to focus on over the next 90 days. So as I said, for me, one of my main areas of focus is health and fitness. And then what you want to do is think about that category and kind of break it down into subcategories. So for me, health and fitness includes nutrition, exercise, sleep, stress management, kind of all those components. And as I break it down into those categories, I realize that here's what I really need to focus on. Number 1, I need to be exercising more. That has just definitely slacked off, other than a walk here and there or maybe an occasional yoga class. I haven't been exercising as intensely as I would like. So that's one of my specific goals for the next 90 days is to exercise 5 days a week and to actually raise my heart rate and sweat a little bit. Secondly, for me in the area of health and fitness, I realized that I've been getting enough sleep, but I've been staying up too late and then sleeping in too late, and that's affecting my work day. So my goal now is to get to bed every night by 10:30, with maybe the exception of Friday or Saturday night, but still I want to keep it to before midnight. So exercise, sleep, and then the third area is that as I've been thinking about it, I know that I've been eating later at night than I like to or need to. So our suppers have been sometimes 8:30, which is way too late. And then even if it's earlier, then I'll tend to have a snack before I go to bed, which again, I just don't need. I'm not actually hungry. It's more, just wanting to eat. So I'm going to work on making sure that I finish eating for the night by 8 p.m. at the latest. So those are my 3 goals that I'm focusing on in the health and fitness area of my life for the next 90 days. And as you can see, it's not about being perfect. It's not about feeling like I have to do everything 100% for 90 days, but I have 3 things that I know if I do those 3 things, I'm going to be feeling better about the health and fitness area of my life when January rolls around. So just to kind of recap for you, the little activity that you need to do is to look at all those categories of your life, which, like I said, you can rewind the video or just look at the email. I'll send them out to you, but they were health and fitness, spirituality, friends and family, marriage, fun and play, home environment, finances, creativity, and self-care. So in each of those areas, you just rate on a 1 to 10 how satisfied you are, and then you choose the 1 or 2 areas of your life that you're the most dissatisfied with. And for that area, you just choose a few specific action steps you're going to focus on for 90 days. Again, you're not having to change everything or rehaul your whole life, but just put some new healthy habits in place. And like I said, if you do this now, before the holiday season gets here, then through the holidays, you'll be able to maintain it so much easier, and you won't be as likely to fall off track. So I would love to hear, after you do this activity, let me know which area of life are you going to focus on for the next 90 days, and what are one or two of your specific action steps that you are going to do. I'd love to hear that, to share ideas with each other, but also to hold yourself accountable. Put it out there, put it in writing that you're going to focus on something in particular. And then, of course, if your area of priority is health and fitness and you would like some help with that, then I am more than happy to do that. We can work together for 90 days and really help you create a plan for creating a healthy lifestyle and a healthy relationship with food that you'll be able to continue ongoing. I mean, that's my goal whenever I work with a private client, is to make sure that you know that you can feel confident that this is a lifestyle you can maintain. And sure, you might need to tweak it every now and then like I'm doing, but that you have that foundation in place. So if you're interested in learning more about what it could look like to work together, I'd be happy to offer you a free discovery session, or we can just talk about what you're struggling with right now in regards to your health, what specific obstacles you're facing, and then we can figure out whether or not my program would be right for you or not. So just send me a message, either a private message or comment below if you'd like to schedule a complimentary consultation, and we'll get that set up. But otherwise, make sure you let me know in the comments which area of your life you will be focusing on. And if you have any questions, put that in there too. I'd be happy to answer those. So I will talk to you again next week. Good luck this week, really focusing on and getting on track for the next 90 days. We'll talk to you later. Bye.